Hello, I'm Lance Barrett, the founder of Elite Performance, and today I want to discuss why we program tempo with all our exercises in our classes and with our personal training clients. Tempo is a strength training variable. It means it's one item that you can vary within strength training for different reasons. Tempo is demonstrated on a program by the use of 4 digits. The first digit, if we use a squat, for example, will be the lowering phase. So for example, we could have a 3-second lowering phase or 3-second eccentric phase. At the bottom of the eccentric, or the bottom of the exercise, we can include a pause or isometric. So we'll do a 1-second pause or 1-second isometric. The third number will be the concentric phase or the lifting phase of the squat. There we can do a 2-second tempo. That's 2 seconds to come up. And the fourth number is a pause at the top. In this case, we'll do no pause at the top, so a 0. And just to show you the variability, we will give you another example of a tempo you could use for the squat. So we'll do a 5-second eccentric phase, a 2-second pause. We'll do an X on the third number, which means as explosive as possible, or as quickly as possible. And then a 1 as an isometric at the top of the concentric, or the top of the exercise, top range of the exercise. These numbers can be important for all sorts of reasons. You'll notice one of the reasons we use a slow tempo is because the eccentric phase of the lift is the strongest phase of lift, meaning you can take more time on that phase of lift and build more strength. The weakest part of the range of motion is the bottom of the range of motion. So there, if you want to target the bottom range of the motion, you can use an isometric hold to strengthen the bottom range of the exercise. The concentric phase is the lifting phase or the raising phase. And you can use all sorts of tempos there to vary the outcome of the concentric phase. The top range would be typically a 0 or a slight pause if rest is needed between each rep. Tempo is just one of many exercise variables for strength training. I would say it's not the most important, but it's important to understand and important to use at the appropriate time in the different phases of someone's strength training experience. So whether you're learning or you're an elite athlete, tempo should be programmed appropriately for each person. Another example we can use with tempo is the chin-up. With the chin-up, you do not start with the eccentric portion of the range of motion. You start all chin-ups with the concentric portion of the range of motion. The concentric portion of the range of motion is the third digit. That doesn't change even though you're starting the exercise with the concentric. This remains the concentric part of the range of motion. So you start here. We're going to use a 2-second concentric phase, a 1-second isometric at the top, a 3-second eccentric phase, and 0 pause at the bottom of the range of motion. This is where it can become confusing between exercise like a squat and a chin-up. So this is the starting number on the chin-up, the concentric phase. This is the top pause, 1 second. This is the eccentric or lowering phase, 3 seconds. And the bottom, we're not resting. We're going immediately back into the concentric phase. Those always stay the same no matter what the exercise. Tempo is just one of many variables in strength training. In other videos, we will discuss some of the other variables of strength training equally or more important than tempo. Thank you.